Hello everyone, and welcome to Live 1000 Years. I'm your host and author, Brent Jordan. What I like to do is review books and summarize them that have influenced and inspired me, that I've included basically in my own book. And today we're going to be dealing with the book Happier. It's by a Harvard professor, Tal Ben-Shahar, Ph.D. It was written and produced and published in 2007. If you haven't seen part one, please look at that video when you get a chance. This goes over part two of his book. It's entitled Happiness Applied. Professor Ben-Shahar, he starts with the idea that we should derive satisfaction from everything we do along our life journey. That there's no ultimate goal or moment in life where we reach or achieve a final state of permanent happiness. That it's something we need to work on every day. In this regard, he speaks about the concept of flow. He draws a graph, and on the graph, he speaks about our skill level and also the difficulty of the task. He says when our skill level is high and the difficulty of the task is low, we become bored. And when our skill level is low and the difficulty of the task is high, we become stressed. So he challenges us to find flow, which is in between the two, where our skill level and the difficulty of the task are equal. Then he applies flow to school and work. He says that school and work can become a source of flow, but we need to reframe, meaning that instead of seeing school and work as a duty, we should see them as a privilege and stay in proper flow by finding happiness in our school and work as a privilege. Thus, he challenges us to choose a path in our school and work that provides both present pleasure in the moment and permanent meaning in our future. He goes on to say that we're more motivated when we have work that we enjoy, that we care about, that we're motivated to do and we're passionate for. Professor Ben-Shahar writes about our careers as being one of three attitudes. Number one, people see their career as a career. They also see their work as just a job. Other people see their work as a calling, and that this is the greatest achievement we can do to help us with our happiness. In order to have a calling, we need to go to school or work because we want to, because they give us a sense of present and future satisfaction. As the saying goes, if you love your work, you'll never have to work another day of your life. So he challenges us to find the right work. And in order to do that, we should ask ourselves three questions. First, ask yourself, what gives you pleasure in the present and the future with respect to work? Secondly, what gives you meaning and purpose in your work in the present and the future? And finally, take those two together and find the final question, which is, what are my personal strengths? What am I intelligent in? What do people say I'm good at? So therefore, combine all three things: your personal strength, what you find pleasure in, and what gives you meaning. He concludes part 2 with social relationships. He says the essential feature that distinguishes happy people from less happy people is the presence of rich and satisfying social relationships. These involve your family, a spouse or significant other, and friends. That concludes part 2 summary of Happier. Please, once again, look at part 1 as well as part 3. And make certain you subscribe to Live 1000 Years for future book summaries.